This is the last 100 days of my 1000 day series. It took me 4 months to get to this point, but we're finally here. That's enough talking, let's go. Well, let's do this. I have some stuff planned for the last 100 days. Now I don't know if I'll be able to do it all, but I'll try. But before we do anything, I need to clear the zombies around the sports car we left running on the last video. Some of you are asking me to level up Sharpland, and honestly at this point I don't think there's enough time. Cause I'm gonna need around 30,000 zombies, and there's no way I can do that. What I can level up is farming, fishing, and trapping. I wanted to max out foraging as well, but it's gonna take too much time which I don't have, so I can try to max out Longblade, and that's about it. But anyway, if I want trapping 10 by the end of the video, I need to get started now. I just gotta figure out a way to water these crops, cause I'm gonna need to use them as bait. I ended up spotting these metal containers kind of hitting on the back, and each of them has like 800 units of water. So I guess it's gonna do it for now. And I can also use them for the sink. And now that that's all done, I just need to wait a couple weeks and then I can set up the traps. A heli flew by while I was watering the crops, and all of a sudden a bunch of zombies showed up inside the walls. After I was done fishing the next morning, this other heli crashed on top of the barn and attracted even more zombies inside. I tried finding the heli, but it fell in a weird place and I can't even see it. I'm kinda bored of using the spear to fight zombies, so I'm gonna try something different this episode. I just need to find a few bottles of bourbon and some ripped sheets. Yeah, it's exactly what you're thinking. We're gonna play with fire. All those helis left a mess on the streets. I'm not gonna use the molotovs here cause it's too close to the base and there are not that many zombies around. I think I'll attract them with the sports car, and then once I have a big group I can throw the molotov. Actually, I'll just throw it now and let the fire spread. It's been a long time since I've used fire in PZ, and like it's really efficient, but it ends up burning the buildings and all of the loot inside. So I just stopped doing it. Just look at this. The fire mechanic is also kind of broken. I mean, either that or all the zombies are drenched in gas. I don't know. Because you can have unlimited fire if you have enough zombies. By the way, kiting zombies is a very useful skill to learn if you haven't yet. You don't have to run all the time, just try not to bump into more than 3 zombies. It's truly crazy how easy it is to get rid of this many zombies using fire. I'm gonna have to start driving there cause it's getting kinda far from the base. It looks like we'll be here a while. This is all still just one Molotov. Just one did all of this. This sound is so satisfying. I'm gonna try to go up to the mall just using this tactic, and then when I get there I have something else in mind. I drove the Mustang for only 2 days here, and there are already a bunch of zombies all the way. I found a katana in the middle of all this. And luckily I managed to get it out without burning the zombie. This alarm went off, which is actually great for me, and the chicken place got totally surrounded by zombies. I spent the whole day just kiting them around. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to clear these zombies on the way, because it's getting too dangerous to drive here. And I hate doing this because it takes a lot of time. I got distracted and ended up trashing the sports car, but that's okay, I won't need it anymore. Spent another day here clearing the zombies, and I think we can start preparing for the mall. And to go there, I'm gonna need a car with a siren. It can be an ambulance, police car, fire truck, doesn't matter. And it shouldn't take me long to find one here in Louisville. And there it is. This will do just fine. But of course it's dead, so I'm gonna have to find a battery or a battery charger. I decided to go to the first base because I know there's a battery charger there. And there's also a spare battery here. I was on my way back when I heard this noise. Yeah, another tire explosion. I took the tires from this car and now we're good to go again. But since it's already nighttime, I'm gonna spend the night here and we can go back tomorrow. Let's go. I got to the base and a lot of the zombies followed me here, so I gotta handle that. Before I do anything else, I gotta put this battery on the charger. It looks like the carrots are ready to harvest. Now it's time to build a trap inside. I only had enough nails to build 20 crates, but once I find more I can come back here and build the rest of them. But now let's get that car running. I connected the battery and added gas, now it's good to go. I'm gonna tow the Mustang with me so I can come back faster. There are a lot of zombies on the way again. Driving the Mustang back and forth ended up pulling them from the buildings and these back streets, I guess. There's really nothing I can do about it. I mean, I could run here, but that's gonna take too much time. I'm not gonna go to the mall right now, cause it's already kinda late, so we'll do it tomorrow. I leveled up to farming 10 the next morning. And that's all of the crafting skills. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna park the police car in front of the mall and leave the siren on. Then I'll throw a Molotov on it and all of the zombies that get close to the car end up dying. That's the theory at least. Some of the zombies follow me of course, but the plan is actually working. Now I can just speed up time and wait. It did some nice damage, but now let's go to the second round. I'm gonna go to the west entrance to do that. By the way, did you know they can drive through double doors like they're not even there? This bug has been in the game for ages. Hopefully it gets fixed on build 42. Well, I can't really see the car, but I know it's working. The Mustang got completely trashed yesterday, so I need to get a few engine parts. And also fix the hood. I'm gonna try to find some nails to build more traps, and then we can go back to the mall. Turns out I spent the whole day walking around the industrial district and didn't find a single box of nails. We'll get back to that later. I went to the mall and it looks like the light bar is gone. Yep, we're gonna need a new car. Ideally, we'd use an ambulance because the zombies can break the light bar from the ambulance, but it's kinda rare to find one in good condition. We could build noisemakers. I think that's what we're gonna do actually. But for now I'm gonna read the last trapping book. Now we can actually think about maxing out trapping. After I did all that, I started getting the materials to build a noisemaker. And all I need is a radio to dismantle, and that was easy to find. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day clearing the zombies on the street outside the base, and tomorrow I'll go back to the mall. Well, I guess they didn't bother to make a 3D item for the noisemaker. Huh, I thought it'd be worse. The one thing I didn't realize is that the zombies are gonna start to kinda wander away once the noise stops. And now they're burning down the mall. The one place I wanted to explore. Hopefully it doesn't burn all the way. I stopped at the hardware store on my way back to get those boxes of nails I've been looking for. And as always, the zombies swarmed the streets to a point where it doesn't even look like we've been here. I'm gonna have to fix that again. But first I'm gonna set up more traps. I came back the next day and the place was already full of rabbits. But I still need more traps. I think that's gonna be enough for now. And with all those traps, I ended up running out of carrots. So let's do that. After I finished watering the crops, I went out on the street to get rid of the zombies on the way to the mall. I leveled up to trapping 9 the next morning. Then I went out to try and find an ambulance. And I can already tell you, I couldn't find one. I think I'll just use noisemakers like in the parking lot of the mall and deal with the ones inside some other way. I found a couple more radios on this tower and built the noisemakers. I was on my way to the mall, but I stopped to kill the zombies that were on my way and ended up doing that the whole day. I added the last carrots I had to the traps, and then went out to the mall. Somehow there are more zombies here now than yesterday. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna throw the noisemaker and then the Molotov right afterwards. And then we'll see what happens. It kinda works. Let me throw the other one as well. Not so bad, but the noise ends really fast. I think I know how to fix this though. I'm gonna need a bunch of watches first. So let me kill some zombies. Someone asked me in the comments why I don't open these airdrops, and here's why. They're all basically the same, and these items are not something I need. I wish I could change in the settings what kind of loot I can get, but that's not the case. Okay, so I'm gonna need around 48 watches. If you've been watching the series for some time, you might know why. There are a lot of boats here that I haven't seen before. I really want to make one work on this video, just so we can go sailing through the Ohio River. I just need 10 more watches and we're good. I found this car dealership that had a bunch of really cool cars in it. Now that I have all the watches I need, I can show you what I'm gonna do with them. I think I did this back in episode 2. I'm basically gonna set the alarms 30 minutes apart from each other and put all of the watches in a bag. This will make so that the zombies stay on that bag without wandering away, because of the noise. I got to the mall and ended up having to set all of the alarms again for some reason. But now let's see if it works. Basically, the noisemaker is gonna pull zombies from far away, and the bag's gonna make sure they stay there. This Molotov took ages to land. Well, it did work, but I missed all of it because of the zombies that follow me. It looks like the carrots are ready again. I think this would be enough to get me to level 10 trapping. Now I'm gonna add the baits to the trap and build more of them. Wait, there's another building inside the fenced area. I had no idea this was here. And it's full of guns. I think I only said it on the last video, but this base we're at is not in vanilla. It's a mod called Seaside. A really cool place. But let's get back to the traps. This should be enough. Yeah, I think this will do. Just gotta add the baits now. I used the rest of the day to craft spears and that was it. I went back there the next day and look at how many rabbits I caught. This was enough to get me to level 10 trapping. Now there's just fishing left to level up. I decided to go back to the mall to see what it looks like now that the parking lot is cleared, and it's kinda crazy to see it. This is usually full of zombies. But the mall itself still has some zombies inside. I think I'm gonna leave the bag with the watches in here and see what happens. At least they're all gonna be in one place. And another tire explosion. This one was easy to fix. Not as many zombies followed the noise as I thought they would. I moved the bag a little bit and saw this scene on the west entrance. This mall is definitely going down. I really want to loot the gun store, so I'm gonna show you something that might be useful if you find yourself in a similar situation. So if you leave all the items on the shelf, it's gonna disappear once the fire gets to it, right? But if you leave them on the ground, they won't. So all I gotta do is leave them on the floor. And then when the fire is out, I can come back and get it. I want to build one more noisemaker to throw inside the mall and see what happens. But I'm out of scrap electronics, so I'm gonna go out and clear the zombies on the street. I threw it somewhat close to the bag, and a ton of zombies started showing up. But I thought at least one of them would be on fire and spread to the others. Well, I can help them with that. Now that most of the zombies are gone, I'm gonna use the limited time I have inside this mall to explore. Turns out the second floor is already burning, so I'm gonna get out of here before something tragic happens. I was looking at my skills tab, and I think I can also level up sprinting. All I need to do is run laps around the base. That's easy. But of course I couldn't just be left alone. This jet left an airdrop inside the base, and now a bunch of zombies decided to come take a look. After I got rid of them, I went back to my Usain Bolt program, and apparently one whole lap around the base gives me about 15 XP. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna do that. The next day I went back to the marina to see those boats we found a few days ago. I think I'm gonna try to make one of them work. I had this battery charging on the base that we can use on the boat. Apparently all of the boats use Sparks batteries. Yeah, let me get that. Turns out this boat already had a working battery. I just couldn't make it work. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but I have no idea what it is. To top it all off, I fell into the water and got hypothermic. There are a few zombies that followed me back to the base, but I managed to get inside safely and light up the fireplace. I'm not really in the mood to figure out how to use the boat, so I'm gonna do something else for now. I guess I'll start to make my way down this street next to the base. I just need to get that sports car back. Here it is. I ended up trashing it even more trying to bring it back. Another jet flew by and attracted a bunch of zombies to the base. Yeah, I need to go out and get more engine parts to fix this sports car. Now we can go. I didn't even have to drive too far to find huge amounts of zombies. After making a lot of noise with the car, I threw the Molotov, and I honestly can't believe that there are this many zombies this close to the base. I have no idea why they didn't just go up there after all the jets that flew by. I'm gonna try not to show too much of the same thing, because even though it's nice to see zombies on fire, it can also get repetitive. Actually, before I keep going with the fire, I'm gonna try to level up Nimble, because I'm really close to level 8. Man, I'm really getting excited for Build 42. They're gonna make changes to the whole map, but Louisville is gonna look really nice with the new lighting and higher skyscrapers. Also, all the small things that really make a difference, like the top of the buildings are now gonna look like a building would, with vents and glass roofs. It's gonna be really cool to play once it comes out. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My mouse just didn't work. But we couldn't really end the series without adding another laceration to the list anyway. And we're so close to the end. Please don't let this be the one that ends it all. Now I gotta go back to base and wait for my hand to heal. I went back to the other building we found inside the base to take a better look at the guns. And I found one here that I want to use. I'm probably gonna run out of ammo in like a minute, but it's gonna be a really cool minute. I found some more ammo for it, and now I have like a minute and a half. The rest of the stuff here is nothing we can really use. There's nothing for me to do while I wait for my hand to heal. But the next morning I was back to full speed. I'm gonna have to drive there cause this gun is way too heavy. I cleared a few zombies with the spear, and now let's put this baby to action. This gun is so loud, but it's really satisfying to use. And really satisfying. I'm gonna try to get a large group close together. And let's go. So nice. And the fun is over. Let's go back to base and reload. I think I'm gonna let this gun sit here and I'll use it some other time. Now I'm gonna get back to leveling up Nimble. I leveled up to fishing 10 this morning. Now there's really only Nimble left. I stepped away from the PC for a few hours, but forgot to pause the game. A couple more days and I would have died. Man, how the hell did I get hypothermic? I need to fix these models ASAP. Well, the power went out because the generator ran out of gas, so all of my food went bad. Luckily I got some dried beans in here. There's a zombie breaking down the garage door because he can hear me sneezing, and I actually leveled up Nimble fighting him. I'm gonna take some sleeping pills and I'll be back tomorrow. I went out to fish the next morning because I'm completely out of food. But now we're back to normal. That was a little something for the end of the series, huh? Now I'm gonna go back to killing the zombies on the street. Some of you asked me to keep going with the series just until like I max out all of the skills or finish the main base, whatever. And yeah, that's something I can consider doing it, but for now I really need a break. I've been playing this for like 5 months now. Honestly, if it wasn't for all the positive feedback I've been getting, I would still probably be like on day 500. Cause gameplay wise, it gets really boring sometimes when you don't have really anything to do and you have to figure it out. But yeah, with all of the comments you guys have been writing on every single video, that really gave me some motivation to keep going. Since we're almost at the end and there's really no time to go anywhere, I'm gonna experiment with some stuff. And I'll start with this landmine I found with the minigun. Actually, I think there's a better way to do this. Let me go get some more scrap electronics. I'm also gonna need to find an alarm clock. I couldn't find one in the base, so I went out to this apartment complex, and let's just say things got a little too intense. I have no idea how I didn't get bit right there. I think the best place to find the alarm clock is back at the mansions. It's definitely the safest place. And I did find it in the first house I got in. Let's head back. I'm gonna build a noisemaker with a timer so I can place it before the landmine and have a bunch of zombies in one place once the landmine goes off. After a lot of kiting, I got to a good spot to place the mine. I tried running through this alley, but there was no way out. So I had to jump this fence with the risk of dying on the other side, or not even making the jump. But everything worked out just fine. Except for the noisemaker and the landmine. I don't know, I'm so unlucky with this kind of stuff. First the bolts didn't work, and now this. I went back the next day to see if I could set them off, and when I got there, the noisemaker was beeping. So I waited for a while, and it suddenly went off. I didn't stay to see if the mine would also go off, cause there were a lot of zombies coming towards me. Oh, and the snow is melting, which means winter is almost over. The landmine really doesn't want to go off. I waited there for the whole day and nothing. At least let me have some fun with these zombies. This smoke bomb apparently doesn't let them go through. And the firebomb is exactly like a Molotov. There's only one last place I want to go to here in Louisville. I just need to prepare some stuff first, and we'll leave tomorrow morning. And the place is Fort Knox. You can't really see it on the map, but it's there. I found this really cool prison bus with 99% engine quality. I don't know why, but my game crashed when I got to the end of this road, and like there are no zombies here, no buildings, no nothing. Like I really don't know why it happened. But anyway, I'm gonna drive the car for as far as I can, and then I'll walk. Yeah, the engine is almost destroyed, so I'm gonna walk now. And here we are. This is Fort Knox. There's gonna be a few zombies here and there, but nothing to worry about. And just like Brandenburg, the city we visited a couple videos back, this place is not done yet. I don't know if they're gonna do anything to it on the next update, but we'll see. There's really nothing to do here, but I wanted to take a look since I was in Louisville. But now let's get back, cause I got something else I wanna do. Hopefully the car doesn't die before we get to the mall. It died. At least I was close to some cars so I could get some engine parts. I'm just gonna sleep here and continue tomorrow. I'm tired, okay? I swear I'm not this bad of a driver. Well, I guess you can watch the other videos and see that that's not true. This vehicle right here is really cool, but I don't like using it because it's too game changing for me. It's from the bulldozer mod. It basically destroys all of the trees in its way. Again, I'm tired. It's a shame that I couldn't find all of the cars I wanted, but at least I found the Mustang. Now it's time to leave Louisville for good. And what I want to do for the last 15 days is go back to every base we built throughout the series, starting with this one. This place was an amazing base. Of course, it's a map mod and it's really OP, but it saved me a lot of time by just having everything I needed. I mean, how many bases have a gas pump in the garage? Now this was the first real base here in Louisville, the 3 garage mansion. This place looks completely different from when we first got here. It was nice doing some base work for a change. You must be thinking, why is this video almost over if there's still like 13 days left? You're gonna see it right now. I just wanna ask you to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you've been enjoying the series. Remember when we first drove here? My game crashed because the amount of zombies in this area? They are still here. And well. There was really nothing I could do. To be fair, I should have cleared the zombies when I first got here, but yeah. So close. 987 days to 164,000 zombies killed. That's a new record for me. Man, I really wish I could have finished this. I appreciate everyone who watched the series. There are some of you that have been here from literally day one, and I'm so grateful for it. I'll see you back soon. Bye.